Hi, happy Father's Day 2012. I wanted to record something in memory of my dad. So here goes. Here's a picture. I want to show a picture of when we were little and we went to Corpus Christi as a family, and then I think it was fun. I don't really remember. And then here is just pictures of my dad. That's my favorite one in the corner. So, a little collage there. So anyway, my dad loved Johnny Cash, and I loved Johnny Cash, and we used to listen to a cassette tape from a live recording from San Quentin Prison, and there was a song on there that we absolutely loved, learned every word to, and randomly started singing whenever we wanted. One year, actually, after Thanksgiving dinner with the family, my dad was like, "Andy, let's sing A Boy Named Sue." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then we did. So that was awesome. So that's what I'm gonna do. I wanna sing that. The song is not really a song; it's a story. But if I could play the guitar, I would. I can't. So here goes. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he ran and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. It seemed I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen, and I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and the stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man. They gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just sit down because my throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. And he was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. So I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the walls and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Now I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile, and he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, then he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, "Now you just fought one heck of a fight, and I know you hate me, and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the thief that named you Sue." What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him my pa, and he called me a son, and I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, and every time I try, every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. So that's the song. I love you, Daddy. I miss you. Thanks for everything. Happy Father's Day.